Okay, Kevin, so this is an example of your setup here where we've got this cable sitting a little bit too high, and if you're unable to just push it back into the frame, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this top cap here. So we're going to just totally unscrew this like so, all the way.
What's that hex?
Oh, this is a 4 mil. So 4 mil Allen key to take this off. So that's out. Next step is we're gonna loosen these two side stem bolts here with, again, the same 4 mil Allen key. And that's going to allow us to take the stem off the bike. And next thing I'm going to do is remove these spacers. And that exposes the steer tube of the fork. And I can kind of just drop that down now because there's nothing holding it up. And I can lift this cap, oops. So I can lift this cap up even. But now at this point, I can feed those cables in, right? So you can feed them into the frame. And once you feel them go inside, you can also drop the actual fork to bring them down too. But feed those cables in. They should just actually slide in at this point. Next step is we take our spacers, put them back on the fork, take our stem, put that back on, and now you can see the cables are underneath because they've slid into the frame. I'm going to take my top cap here, and we're going to just tighten that down, again with our 4 mil Allen key. I'm going to do it by hand at first. And because I have the bike suspended, I'm holding that fork up. Otherwise, it's going to want to fall down. But if you're doing this on the ground, you don't need to hold the fork. All right, so I'm going to tighten that down. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to take this bike out of the stand. And this is how you tighten your headset, actually, at this step. So, this bike out of this stand here. Okay, so to tighten that headset, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over the bike like so, again with that 4 mil, and we're going to tighten that top cap down until there's a fair amount of pressure, and then we just want to make sure when we're tightening this down, it's compressing everything here. So we just want to make sure we got we squeeze the front brake. We want to make sure there's not a lot of play, no movement right here and here. Oh, nice little twist again. So that's nice and tight. And then the next step is you tighten the two stem bolts to the recommended torque setting. So one, and you try and tighten them down evenly. So this way you've got the same sort of gap here and here. So we're going to tighten those two stem bolts down. 1, 2, and that's it. And now we have a perfectly tight headset. Yep, and the cables, your cables are nice and underneath your stem now too. And that's where they should sit. All right, take care. Don't forget, like and subscribe.